should have to be outside homeless. It's just not acceptable. I gave birth to my son, Weston, in February, and I'm not permitted by court order to discuss what is currently going on with my son. I think that in itself is or should be unlawful. I use social media for advocacy, for documentation, to find a lawyer who can help me. And not being able to discuss what's going on is incredibly difficult. So we are currently in month 4 of the 6-month shelter. And we received a letter. They passed out a letter that said the funding was coming from someone called Equitable Solutions, and that Equitable Solutions would no longer be funding the housing as of June 30th. So as of June 30th, they're either going to get some sort of funding from another source or move us all to different locations. Xavier and I are still together. We've been together since August of 2022, at which time he approached me and told me that his brother worked for the district attorney, that he was there to, protect me and keep me safe. And that his district attorney brother was going to be helping us out with all of the rest of this situation. I missed a beat. I'm enrolled in numerous classes. I'm taking every one of the services that they recommend, whether they're relevant to my situation or not, mainly because I'm being extorted to do so. If someone tells you do this or I'm going to take away your child, you're going to do it. And that I've been sharing with law enforcement and the general public that's been my relationship since 2015. When an officer by the name of David Shepard told me, you are going to call me. I had no criminal record, and I was not, being held on any charges or in any sort of custody. And he told me that I was going to communicate with him on a regular basis, or he was going to, quote, take away my children. And then Xavier comes into my life after all of those victimizations, and he has been keeping me safe and protecting me ever since then. Obviously, the situation has not been perfect. Weston was sent by God. His middle name is Mateo because I said, he is a gift from God. I was running low on steam and losing my will to live. Anyone who's been held in a tent for any length of time can tell you it is terrifying. You have no protection from the outside world. We were regularly bothered. If it wasn't by regular people passing by, it was by drug people who would, come by and try to offer or, solicit drugs from us or to us. And neither myself nor Xavier use drugs unless you include marijuana, which I don't use anymore, but Xavier sometimes does. 2 girls and 2 boys. I am still pumping breast milk for Weston. I am very, very anxious most of the time, as I'm sure most people would be if you were unlawfully separated from your children with no real explanation as to why or what needed to be done to resolve the issue. I've sent no less than 50 resumes per month, some months up to 300 resumes per month, as well as applied to places like McDonald's, Starbucks, other restaurants, and entry-level retail positions that I should not have to apply for. I have 10 years in healthcare of experience. I have home healthcare experience. I'm a fantastic and loving mother. I'm a fantastic and loving caregiver. And I've been basically caregiving in one capacity or another since I was 9 or 10 years old. You have your headphones on? Don't have your headphones on. With regards to us going to Northwestern and asking for assistance, is it true that we called 311, as did Northwestern and several other hospitals, and that no one ever came to give us shelter services?
Yeah, and the cops called for us and said that 311 would come through.
And no one ever came?
No.
So you guys can see it's not just been a hospital or a police officer, it's been every hospital and every police officer. And we've, gone above and beyond as 2 intelligent adults. I don't have anything wrong with me. I don't have the luxury of saying, well, I don't know how to pick up the phone and make a call and articulate my situation. So, that's probably what happened. I was incredibly articulate and documented each articulation and shared it publicly